Okay, no how nong letsusa. Today I'm gonna tell you 5 places where you should live in China. Here we go. Before I start this video, I wanted to say yes, I'm a bit biased in this because, yeah, it's not because my name is Magnus Detmar, it's because my Shanghai vlogger name on YouTube kind of shows what I think about this. But anyways, I'll try to make it as neutral as possible, and I wanted to tell you, like, in different stages of your life where you should live. So let's start from the north. So Beijing, I've lived in Beijing, I've studied in Beijing. I worked as an English teacher in Beijing. That was so freaking fun. I would never do it again, but it's a lot of fun. If you want to learn a lot about China and the Chinese culture, be an English teacher in Beijing, then you learn a lot about this country. However, in Beijing, it's a very traditional old cultural city. All the political games is of course up there, so if you're gonna live there, I recommend you to study there because they have one of the best universities in the world. Like Beida is super duper good. They also have other universities, of course, as well. Entry-level jobs, yeah, they do have that, but it requires a lot of knowing Chinese. So in Beijing, I would recommend to either study Chinese, study your master or bachelor in university, and of course you can work there as well, but I recommend more to study there because they don't speak very much English in that city, so it's a very perfect way to study your Chinese. If you go a little bit more south, we come here to my beautiful Shanghai. Shanghai is amazing in many ways. You probably have seen that in all my videos. I freaking love this city. However, it's probably the worst city in China, except for Hong Kong, then, to study Chinese. Yes, you heard me right, because here everybody speaks English, or most of the people at least. So here you can get around super duper easily without knowing any Chinese at all. I've been trying to study Chinese here, like Nong Le Tsuza, Veche Boulevard. Well, that's Shanghai nice. That's another video. So Shanghai is really good if you want to have, like, yeah, you can study at university, take your bachelor degree or a master in some other thing than Chinese. Shanghai is super good, but I recommend people to go to Shanghai if they want to live that comfortable, amazing kind of New York life for a very cheap price. Here, as you've seen, I mean, look around you. Freaking amazing here. I would recommend you, when you have worked a few years back home and want to go to China and experience something new, Shanghai is a very good entry level because it's not too crazy, but it's not normal. I mean, it's a light version of China. So if you have worked a few years and if you want to try out China, Shanghai is a very good place to be. Let's go west. First, we go to Hangzhou. Hangzhou is the Alibaba town. When I was there like 10 years ago, it was very rough city. Now it's super clean, very beautiful city because of Alibaba and all the growth that's happening there. So if you want to work at Alibaba, or if you want to live in a smaller, not so known Chinese city, Hangzhou is a very good place for you. It's not a lot of people that actually speak English there, so it's also very good if you want to study Chinese. They actually have some pretty good universities in Hangzhou. If you go even more west, we go to Chongqing. You probably saw my video, the world's largest city. If you haven't, what are you doing? Seriously. I think I found the largest, the biggest city in the world. Hi, my name is Magnus Detmar, I'm the Shanghai vlogger, and today we're exploring Chongqing. So Chongqing is an amazing city. It's like no foreigners there. You can learn a lot of good Chinese there. Their dialect is a bit weird, but it's really good place to learn Chinese. I don't know how the job market is there, so I can't really tell you about that. But if you want to live in this city that no one has heard about, but it's still enormous, Chongqing is the place to live. If you go even south, we go to Shenzhen. Shenzhen is the mecca of startups. If you want to come to China and do a startup, like a tech startup or something related, yeah, you should start something related to tech if you're in Shenzhen. Shenzhen is, I mean, it's the fabric of the world. I'm at the world's largest electronic market. You can find every small little component or every small little technical part for your product in that city, no doubt. And the government have actually helped a lot of foreigners and a lot of startups to actually grow there. They give money, they give free office space, etc., etc. So that's a really good city if you wanna start a company or a tech company or something like that. Shenzhen is really, really good. It's also a very good city if you wanna study Chinese, because no one speaks English there. Usually people from all over the country can move to Shenzhen really easily and get funding and get office spaces, etc. So that's why you find in Shenzhen people from all over China, and that's super amazing. If you go a little bit more south, you go to Hong Kong. Hong Kong is the financial capital of Asia, basically. People say it's Singapore. No, it's not. Hong Kong is amazing. It's quite small, it's very dense, and they don't speak Mandarin. They speak Cantonese, so if you want to learn Mandarin, that's not a really good place to stay. They have some good universities, but I've heard that people that study there, it's so difficult for them because it's so freaking expensive. You have to live in a very small apartment if you're gonna live in Hong Kong, because the rents are extremely, extremely high. So if you have done a few years, like 5-10 years in your finance career and want to do something crazy, go to Hong Kong. Hong Kong, you will have a lot of fun, but as a friend of mine said, you have to have like a corporate bank card in order to really enjoy Hong Kong, and that's true. Either be very rich or have a corporate bank card. Yeah, that's about it. So let's go over them again. Beijing, if you want to study Chinese or if you want to get your degree, Beijing is absolutely the best place. Shanghai, if you want to live that comfortable life, when I worked a few years, don't study Chinese, yeah, then Shanghai is the best place. Hangzhou is really good for learning Chinese, and if you want to work at Alibaba. Chongqing is very good if you want to learn Chinese. I don't know about their job market, so I can't really say anything about that. If you want to do a tech startup, go to Shenzhen. If you want to live your financial dream and have a corporate card, then you go to Hong Kong. Okay guys, I think that's about it. This was a very fast video, but a lot of people have asked me where should I live in China, so there is my answer. I will answer the first 3 questions that comes up in the comment. The rest, you are too late, guys. So before I end this video, you see that little button over there? It's called the subscribe button. I'll tell you a little secret about that button. It won't click itself. Without you, it's just a worthless subscribe button. Like a gun without a trained marine to pull the trigger. So what I want you to do is click that subscribe button and I'll bring you the world. Or at least Shanghai. Anyways guys, now I gotta get into work because there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free.